Thank you all. I'm Carmen Paulino. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I'm best known as Ashton's mom. It's a pleasure to be here tonight with all of you to celebrate the important work GLAAD does. You know, it wows me every time I hear Ashton speak, because that wasn't the kid I used to have. Before he transitioned, Ashton was very shy and withdrawn. It breaks my heart to think about what he was going through, that he was feeling like something was wrong with him. I had a lot to learn when Ashton came out to me, but there was never any question that I was going to love him and support him. To see him turn into this wonderful person that has been living inside him for such a long time let me know this was absolutely the right thing for him. And that helped me to grow in my own understanding. I always say that Ashton coming into my life was a gift. When he transitioned, I realized that was my purpose. God sent me here to parent a child who needed my support. And when Ashton realized that his family would always have his back, he was ready to take on the world. And he has, as you can clearly see. But he still needs my support. And Ashton is an amazing kid, and he's doing amazing things. But he's a kid. He's a Black teenage boy. When he's on the stage or at the White House, he's a youth leader, and he is. But in everyday life, he's a regular kid. I want space for him to be a kid, and I want him safe, and I want him alive. Our kids need guidance and support, and Ashton is no different. I have dedicated my life to supporting other trans young people and their parents because he sparked something in me. I know how important it is, how much good it can bring for a trans child to have a loving and supportive parent. I also know that the journey looks different for different parents, and that we need to make space for that. We need to allow them to get through their own process, including mourning their loss, without judgment. What I have come to know so clearly from working with parents in my community is that one of their biggest concerns is for the safety of their children. They're afraid of verbal or even physical abuse that they might encounter out in the world or from their own extended family or religious community. No one wants that for their children. Sometimes we're too fast to say a parent is not supportive, when what I've learned is that often that parent is very, very scared. I always say that if you want strong young people, you also need to want strong parents. We need to meet those parents' needs as well. Being Ashton's mom has also opened my eyes to the serious crisis transgender kids face in the foster care system, a system that's supposed to be there for them. My husband, Roger, and I are and have been foster parents to several beautiful transgender young people. These kids deserve all the love and support in the world, just like Ashton. But as foster parent, I see every day how their needs aren't even being acknowledged, let alone being met. I see a system that is broken, a system that continues to leave children behind, a system that doesn't listen to the people that impacts the most. I've had to fight and argue every step of the way to help my foster kids get the health care, to make sure they can go to school safely, to make sure that the system treats them with respect. And I'll tell you, they don't really want to hear it from me. To them, I'm just another foster parent or a guardian. But here's the thing. The system is filled with people from all over the state, with kids and families of color. And our voices are not heard. We need to fix this broken system. We need foster care reform. We need comprehensive policy that address the needs of LGBTQ youth. We need comprehensive data so that we can understand the outcome and problems facing LGBTQ youth. We need best practice training for all adults in the system, staff and foster parents. And we need those making those decisions to listen to the people being impacted. Because if you don't even understand what the problems are, you're never going to be able to fix them. The youth and family being hurt by the foster system needs every resource we can give them. I'm working now to start a nonprofit to support foster parents as they support the transgender and non-binary youth children in their care. Casa Ashley will advocate for foster youth and foster parents and provide resources like gender-affirming items and help foster parents provide the support their youth needs. Eventually, we hope to open a home, the first of its kind in Massachusetts. A home for transgender non-binary youth in the foster care system. The name Casa Ashley comes from a combination of Ashton's name and the name of the first other transgender child I met after Ashton came out, Leah. That child's parent supported me in learning how to support Ashton. And we never would have met if it not for our kids being trans. Love for our children brought us together. As it turns out, I learned later that Ashley also means genuine and real in Hindu. Now, how cool was that? As a person of color and a woman, it's going to take me longer to get Casa Ashley going than if it was someone with more power or organizational connections were to do. But it is precisely people like me, a mother who knows what it looks like to be Black, trans, and in the system, who should be leading this effort. We also know I can't do this alone. It takes a village. So anyone out there who would like to get involved, please let us know. Thankfully, there are organizations like GLAD working alongside me and Ashton and other advocates to push for change in the foster care system. Organizations whose values align with mine. Our relationship with GLAD started when Ashton first came out and his middle school didn't want him to transition. No matter how strongly I advocated as Ashton's mother, and believe me, I did, the truth is sometimes people won't listen until you receive a letter from a lawyer. GLAD was there to support us and make sure Ashton could be himself at school. So GLAD holds a special place in my heart. They have been able to support a lot of vulnerable people, and they do it with dignity. That doesn't happen that often in the nonprofit world. The truth. While GLAD wins big legal victories and does pioneer work for the LGBTQ community in all kinds of areas, they also continue to do the work to protect and to serve the most vulnerable. So thank you, GLAD. And thank you to all of you for supporting their important work. I want to leave you all tonight with 2 lessons I've learned from being Ashton's mom. First, parents are meant to love their children unconditionally. There was never a moment or doubt for me that I would always love Ashton. And I saw what a difference that made for him. And I believe in my heart that with patience, with understanding, and with the right support, even those parents who struggle to accept their transgender child can find their way back to that place of unconditional love. The last lesson is about connection, what Ashton talked about earlier. No matter what walks of life people come from, everyone can make the human connection with a parent when they are talking about their love for their children. So I ask all of you, let's go out there and create more connections and share more love for all of the parents and all of the children. Thank you.